Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Open University.
Again learn the same topic of Block 2 Unit 8 First Year BA English 102 paper, and that is about linguistics, language and functioning of language. So let's start our learning of the topic right now. Look, you can see over here English main as well as subsidiary 102, Block 2, Unit 8, Part 2, Lexical Semantics and Lexicography. So let us go for the second part of Lexical Semantics and Lexicography. Previously we had already discussed about the lexical semantics. What is the actual meaning of the lexical semantics? That was already discussed in part 1, and which is the main source of this unit, the beginning part of this unit. So when you are going to learn this unit, you are supposed to go for the part 1, where you can understand what is the actual meaning of lexical semantics, and then afterwards you have to focus on the second part, part 2, where lexical semantics is elaborated well again with some of the examples, and afterwards in part 3 you are going to understand lexicography in detail. In this session, we are merely repeating some of the parts of lexical semantics, as well as we have to focus on certain information regarding phonemes, hypernym, metonymy, then information regarding semantics and the word semantics, and what are the other connotation of the lexical semantics. Those things were in the main focus in this session. So let's go for understanding of this lexical semantics. I am in front of you Dr. Ushma A. Bhatt from the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences. So again, welcome all dear learners, and let's start the study. Look, the lexical relations. This is the main thing which you have to focus regarding the lexical semantics. The word semantics exactly means that it is about certain things which are related with language. Semantics means language, and lexical relations discussed over here, how meanings relate to each other. As for example, one meaning is connected with another meaning, then the study of that interrelation of the meanings, that is known as lexical relations. Semantics is an allied having or being in close association with field of linguistics. Of course, semantics is the part of linguistics, because basically semantics means the study of language, and naturally linguistics also deals with the study of language. The linguistics is the study of scientific terminology or the scientific perspection of language, and semantics deals with the meaning of the language. So we can say that semantics deals with philosophical understanding of the language, or the meaning of the language, etymological understanding of the language, and linguistics deals with the scientific understanding, counting, or the understanding of linguistics would be considered as an experimental kind of study of the language, because linguistics is mostly it is related with counting of the syllables and sound, and how many times this particular word comes. These were the study which could be done under the linguistics. So basically semantics and linguistics are different fields, but we have to say that they are interconnected with each other when they are taken with the main source of language. So the study of meaning, that is semantics, at the level of words understanding, phrases or sentences, and lexical semantics is also known as lexical semantics. Both the things are similar. The meaning of lexical units correlates with structure of language and syntax. Syntax is related with semantics. The classification and decomposition of lexical items, these were taken over here, and the differences and similarities in lexical semantics structure cross-linguistically deals with the semantics, or it deals with the lexical relations. The relationship of lexical meaning to sentence meaning and syntax, these are the important fields which we are going to discuss over here in this session of lexical semantics. Syntax semantics, look, you can see that syntax semantics actually means that the construction of the word and its meaning, which could be known as syntax semantics. Here there is a diagram also. You can see this diagram, the sentence meaning, the relationship of lexical meaning, and the syntax, which you can see exactly behind my chair. This word is written over here, syntax. So you can see that the diagram itself suggests that there are three things which you have to focus on in a triangle diagram over here: the relationship of lexical meaning, and the sentence meaning, and the syntax. If these three are interconnected, there occurs the lexical semantics. Look, in the very first slide over here, in the first line, you can read that the study of word meanings and the study of the meaning of words. Both the things are similar. The study of word meanings or study of the meaning of words, both the things are vice versa similar. Then there is lexical units, syntactic atoms. Both these things are mentioned over here. One single lexical unit is also discussed over here as a syntactic atom. Syntactic atom in the sense, syntax means construction of the word, and atom would be a small part of the construction of the word. As for example, if we take the word conversation, which I had taken in the previous lecture also, the very nominal part of that word, conversation, all these will be considered under the syntactic atoms. For example, here there is an example which is mentioned over here, destination and last stop. Technically, it means that destination means the last stop, but students of semantics analyze their subtle shades of meaning. The last stop would be taken as the last destination, and the destination would be also known or named as the place where one has to reach. So naturally, the meanings of the words change as per the connotation, or it changes as per the perception, it changes as per the situation in the sentence, and all these things are very important when a person is going to study the linguistics, or when a person is going to study the lexical semantics. Semantics is the study of meaning in language. Look, again, the same thing, the same matter is discussed over here. The semantics is the study of meaning, and it is the meaning in the language. As for example, you are going to study the meaning. What is the meaning of the word require? Require means you want something, you need something. Requirement means something which you want or which you are in need of. So certain meanings would be considered in semantics. It can be applied to entire texts or to single words also. So if you are going to put the entire text and you are going to understand the entire text, or you are going to give the meanings of that entire text, that would also be considered under the lexical semantics. The study of the meaning of the word is naturally known as lexical semantics. Basically, you can say that what is the meaning of the word, what is the actual etymology of the word, that would also be come under this category of lexical semantics? Of course not. Etymology is a different thing, where the word comes from, and lexical semantics focuses on what is the actual meaning of the word. As for example, as I speak the word class, then you have to think that what is the actual meaning of the class. Madam is discussing the first class, second class, third class, as you get in the mark sheet, or you are talking about the high class, lower class, upper class, middle class, community, or you are talking about the class in the sense the school and the class A, class B, class C, the divisions of the class. So where the meaning comes and in what context the meaning is taken, that becomes a very important thing in the matter of lexical semantics. So lexical semantics basically deals with the meaning, word and its meaning, and different kinds of meanings of the word. Actually, some of you might have heard the deconstruction theory or the theory of structuralism, where the meaning is in the center and in the circumference area, in the periphery, there are many meanings about one single word, and there is an explanation of signs, signifier and sign. So all these things which are discussed in the theory of structuralism is basically coming from this understanding of the language, lexical semantics. Both the things could be similar or could be understood in an equal way when you study the lexical semantics. The study of origin of lexical units and vocabulary in general is called etymology. Lexical and syntactic form and meaning. These are the important things which are mentioned over here. The study of lexical units and the vocabulary in general, and which is generally called etymology. Means if you are going to gain the actual meaning of that word, it is basically the matter of etymology. So lexical and syntactic form and meaning, they are going to be the similar part in the study of lexical semantics. The semantics is related to those categories and then relate to each lexical item in the lexicon. So it means that each particular thing which is related with language or which is related with the word could be categorized under the lexical item. Lexical items can be semantically classified based on single lexical units or from the surrounding environment. As for example, you take a word, you may have to check whether it is a single lexical unit, means it has the single lexical meaning, or it has multiple kind of meanings. So that you have to study with the surrounding environment, and that's why here there are categories which are given in front of you. You will be in a condition to understand the surrounding environment in a very easy way, because it is mentioned over here in the books also. Some relations between lexical items include hyponymy, synonymy and antonymy, as well as homonymy. So what are these nimies that we have to understand very well, that we have written over here also, and you can write in your answers as well, that these are the important lexical surrounding environment categories which are mentioned over here: hyponymy, synonymy and antonymy, as well as homonymy. Look, hyponym, which is known as, it is just merely an example. You have to focus on example. Well, red, green and blue and yellow, these are the hyponyms, in the sense all these go under one same category, that is known as colors. As for example, tiger, lion, leopard, all these go under one same category, wild animals. So certain categorical name is known over here as hyponymy. Then synonymy, it refers to words pronounced and spelled differently but the same meaning. For example, happy, joyful, glad. All the three words are different, but they are similarly one single, denoting one single thing. As for example, if I say pupil, student, sophomore, learner, all are equal. Finally, we are talking about the person who wants to learn something. So synonymy will be I think you will be in a condition to understand it easily under the category of lexical units. That antonymy, three types of antonyms which are mentioned over here, as for example dead, and its antonym is alive. And when there is a dead thing, you will be talking about things which are living. Then long, and its antonym is short. But basically antonymy deals with things which are in an opposition, in a contradictory position. So it is also, I think, clear in front of you, mentioned over here with two examples. Now there comes homonymy. It talks about bank. Bank is of one particular word taken over here in the example, bank of the river. As for example, we talk that the bank of river Sabarmati or the bank of river Narmada, it will be about the bank of the river. And when you talk about HDFC Bank or Corporation Bank or SBI, then you are talking about the financial organization. So only one word suggests two different kinds of meanings. So that is known as homonym, where the word is similar as well as the spelling is similar, and even the pronunciation also is similar. That's the main thing behind that word's category, homonym. Then extension of meaning. Meanings have different interpretations as per the discipline and category. So the extension of meaning is a very important term over here. You have to focus it very sincerely when you talk about, when we discuss about the extension of meaning. As for example, meanings have different interpretation. If I speak the word loose, loose in the sense things which are very soft and in a very loose manner. And if I speak the same word LOSS, loss, loss deals with profit and loss, and again I speak the same spelling LOSE, lose, then losing something. When you gain something, it is known as gaining, and opposite to gaining, there is a word which is known as losing. Means you don't get something, you lose something. What you want to gain, that is lost. So certain kinds of meanings which could be understood with different interpretations as per the discipline also and as per the category also. Here you can say that when we talk about two words, bank and bank, in the commerce discipline, the word bank would be known as financial organization, and in the humanities and literature, when this word bank comes, naturally the faculties of the humanities or the students of the humanities and liberal arts discipline, they would understand that bank would be related with one river or certain things which are related with environment. So naturally the categorical understanding of the word basically is related with the discipline. The word must be understood with the disciplinary concept. The concept is very much important, and the perspective is very much important while understanding the word. Words have many categorical meanings. That is what is lexical semantics teach us over here. There are basically three disciplines mentioned over here. You can see that there are three disciplines. Systematic study of meaning is important with a view to three disciplines: the discipline of psychology, the discipline of philosophy, and the linguistics discipline. So the psychological discipline, it deals with psychologists interested in how individual humans learn, how they retain, how they recall or lose information, or how they classify or make judgments and solve problems. As for example, if we take one particular word, the word is as for example, we can take one word which is known as the study. The study in psychology would be naturally about case study, about the study of a human being, or about the study of some certain books, or the study of the mindset, or the study of the psyche of the person, as the discipline is psychology. If over here in the faculty of philosophy, if I take the same word study, how any particular fact that we know or accept as true or mutually contradictory. Over here in the philosophical discipline, we can say that the study deals with the human psyche and its subconscious part, or what is in the study. When philosophically the word is taken, naturally it deals with the spiritual perspective, it deals with the transcendental perspective, or it may be related with the thinking patterns of the person. So in philosophy, the same word study is taken with a different perspective. And now we are going to see the same word study in the linguistics discipline, how language works in a particular word and how that word is important. In linguistics discipline, when you are going to take the word study, naturally the linguistics deals with the word study with its syllables and with its stress and unstressed pattern and with its emphasis, where the word study is emphasized and how it is spoken. Certain things would be taken in the study in the linguistic uh, discipline. So all these three disciplines are mentioning, showing us and delivering us different kinds of lexical semantics. Basically, the lexical semantics deals with the meaning of the words as per the discipline, meaning of the words as per the situation, meaning of the words as per the connotation, meaning of the words as per the sentences, or meaning of the words as per the phrases and sentences or the paragraphs. So I think now you are very clear about lexical semantics, and if still there are any questions, you can write them in the comment section and we shall discuss those questions also in the part 3, when we are going to discuss the lexicography. There we can discuss certain things. Now look, this is a very important stage to implement the lexical semantics in your study. Look, demonstrating semantic knowledge. Semantic in the sense language related knowledge. Speakers are able to define all the words they know. The speaker should see that are they able to understand each meaning of those words. The speaker should elaborate the meaning of every utterance. Look, as for example, certain words are spoken with different kinds of tone, then also the speaker should be in a condition to understand the tone of the meaning, though the actual meaning of the word would be straightforward, but when it is spoken with a different tone, higher tone, falling tone, rising tone, then the meaning changes. Here this thing is mentioned over here. The speaker can make their thoughts and feelings and intentions with the help of lexical semantics, with the help of words, and their meanings. That is what is said over here. And the speakers of the language can understand what others also say. It is the duty of the language learner only, or it is the duty of the teachers who are in the field of language, the language teachers, the humanities teachers, the teachers of the liberal arts, that they have to understand what is in the language, what is hidden in the language, what is said between the lines, which is told over here. So metaphysical understanding, I mean to say, the things which are concealed, things which are hidden, things which are concealed in the language, that also should be understood by the speakers, because the speakers are in a condition, they have that responsibility to understand the language with a total understanding of the phenomenology of the lexical semantics. The speakers should understand, those who are the language speakers, basically they should understand the connotative meaning, the meaning which is defined, the meaning which is uttered, the tone of the meaning, the thought and feelings of the speaker which is understood, which should be understood, and at the same time between the lines in the things which are metaphysical, those what is not spoken, that also should be understood as per the language perspective. So the role of the speaker becomes very important when he or she is the language speaker, when he or she is the language learner. Finally, this is the final sentence. Now we are not discussing anything. You have to remind all these things regarding lexical semantics in your brain, in your mind, and afterwards in the next session we are going to discuss the lexicography. So goodbye all, wish you very good luck, have a great day, and God bless you.
स्वाध्यायः